Good afternoon, YouTube guys. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, guys. We made it to our next pickup. We are in Kingman, Arizona, guys. As you can see, we're over here picking up. We're at a windmill farm. We're not picking up a windmill blade, not like I've done before, but we are picking up. We're at a windmill farm in Kingman, Arizona, picking up all of the parts of a crane. So this is the crane that they use for this windmill farm here. And I guess, you know, they're done with the crane work here, but this crane is huge, guys. A huge crane. So this is what I'm picking up. I'm picking up this one crane track, the heaviest part of the crane, I guess. I think it is heaviest part of the crane. This is what I'm picking up right now. It weighs 72,000 pounds is the weight on this bad boy. And this is what it looks like. This is what we're picking up. Legal dimensions. So it'll sit right on the trailer. It'll just go up on the ramp in the back a little bit. But we're gonna have to do a lot of chaining up. A lot of stuff for this. One's gonna take a while, man. I've never done this one before. Yeah, it's one of two. There's a second part here. As you see, the flatbed, all you guys getting all the lighter pieces, but we get in the RGN gets the big piece. It's not about RGN because we're low to the floor and we need it for height. Is really pretty much because if you try to sit this on a flatbed, from what I know, it'll just crush it. It's 72,000 pounds, guys. So my trailer is a 40 ton, so it's rated at I could go up to 80,000 pounds. So this will be 72. So we still got another 8,000 to spare. But yeah, guys, let's see how long it's gonna take. I gotta take all of my chains out and stuff because I need to have everything out on the deck. If not, then I won't be able to access it. A lot of moving pieces on the job site. So yeah, let me get my gloves out. Let me get all my stuff out, and let's start getting these chains out. See you guys in a bit. All right, guys, we got our crane up. Look at this big old thing here. So that's why I had to take everything out, all my chains, everything, because it's gonna be blocked.
Still looks center?
Yeah, from there it does. Let me look at the other side here. Yeah, that looks pretty good there.
I think I might need to push just a bump, huh?
Just a bump to the left, to my side. Yeah.
Okay, coming down still a little more. Let me touch this in. Hold that. Take another good look on the frame rail, please.
Let me go look in the back. All right, guys, so we finally got it centered. It was a little stuck on the bottom there. Was able to finagle it so that the track sits right on top. And that's it for this one, guys. So now they got pulled up all the chains, everything out the way. And then it'll be my turn to go ahead and chain down. Yeah, it's a big boy here. Perfect. All right, let me move this out the way, guys. All right, guys, so just like that, he told me to give it a few moments. Yeah, I'm gonna pull up. All right, perfect. All right, let's pull this bad boy out the way. Let's get ready to roll. All right, guys, so I moved out of the way. We got my flatbed dude over there doing his thing. I moved out of the way, and now let's put these chains on. They lifting up the next crane for the next truck that's getting the other part. But this is it, guys. This is how we look overall. It rolled pretty good. Obviously that's a short distance, but it rolled pretty good. I'm really, thank God I got my air fixed. Everything I needed to get fixed, I got fixed on it, because yeah, we were not gonna be able to move anywhere with an air leak issue on this trailer with a load with this weight. But I'm gonna put one. I got six chains, 6 chains and binders, 6 half-inch. I got 6 of them in total. I'm gonna use all 6. I'm gonna do the 4 corners, 2 in the front, 2 in the back, 2 in the middle, and then I took out 3 chains, 3/8 chains. I'm gonna put 1, 2, 3. So I have a total of 9 securement, 6 of them with the real heavy big stuff, and the other 3 right over the top. So yeah, guys, let's start the work. Let's see how quickly we get this done. All right, guys, so we are done securing. Just gotta turn the truck back on, letting it build up the air, do everything it needs to do. So this is where we're at, guys. This is where we're at. We did the two corners in the front, 2 corners in the back, followed by this one wrap here, like pulling this way. Same thing on the back, another wrap in the back, and then I also did one down here holding the tracks for different levels, even though they said I didn't even need to do that. But I put one down there, and then I did one on the lift point here. I did one on this side here, and I did one on the other side as well. So we, at this point, we are overly secured, and you know, they're over here telling me, oh man, that's not going anywhere, huh? And I told her, yeah, it's not going nowhere. They say that I used a lot of chains, but obviously we have met the 50% DOT regulation guidelines. But with something like this, man, I want to be extra secure, especially me. We're traveling with it from Arizona all the way up to Illinois. So it's like, I forgot the exact mileage, but it's like almost 1,800 miles, something like that. So we're gonna be riding for a few days with it. I want to make sure that I got it nice and snugged, and I got as much securement as possible, man. I'm the type of person, man, I'd rather be laughed at for over securing than to be laughed at for under securing if something falls or something happens with the load. So, you know, just all depends on how you want to do it. At the end of the day, people are gonna say what they're gonna say. They're gonna laugh one way or another. It's just the way us truckers are, man. We make fun of everything. But now they said I did a good job. Everything looks good on the load itself, and we pretty much ready to roll. Like I said, man, it's this load right here is only overweight. It's not over dimensional, so we didn't have to take our flags or none of that fun stuff. And we're good, guys. So let me go inside, get whatever paperwork I need to get from them, and get up out on the road, guys. Good morning, YouTube, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is 9 o'clock in the morning next day, so my clock just reset. I drove up to 11 at night last night. Right now I'm just, you know, doing my morning walkthrough, doing my pre-trip, making sure my lights, making sure nothing is leaking underneath the truck, making sure my tires all look good. But yeah, guys, we got into this truck stop over here, really big truck stop. We made it to, where's this, Chambers? Yeah, we in Chambers, Chambers, Arizona. It was about 30 miles, like 35 miles out of the 35 miles away from the New Mexico state line. So right now we're just doing our walkthrough, make sure our lights, make sure everything's good. I'm gonna check after I'm done walking around the truck. I'm gonna check all of my chains and I'm gonna tighten everything up. Just make sure everything's nice and tight for the ride today, and perfect, and go from there, guys. So as always, guys, always do your pre-trips. Always make sure, you know, walk around, thump your tires, make sure everything's looking good, guys. Don't just get up and walk and just drive without actually checking your stuff, you know. Real important to check your trailer, check your truck, and just be able to just ride comfortably, man. Like, I feel like if I don't do this, I won't be able to drive. Like, I'll be driving down the road and I'll just be like, yeah, man, is everything good? Or my tires all good? Was anything kind of flat? Did anything underinflate overnight? You know, typical type of stuff, guys. But overall, you know, make sure you do your walkthroughs. Make sure you check everything. Let me finish checking the rest of these tires, and I'll go ahead and see what chains I gotta tighten up. All right, so as I walk around, everything still looks nice and tight, nice and snug. Yep, not even moving a bit. See this one? Oh, you see? This one we gotta tighten up. So that one moved around. This is tight. This is their own chain. This came with the load. It's just to hold these tracks up right here. Nice and tight. Oh, you see? So I got 2 chains. So 2 chains I gotta tighten up. The back one here and the one on the bottom. So that's why you gotta check. You know, that's the importance of checking these things, because you wanna make sure, you know, things bounce around, guys. So as you're moving, as you're actually moving through the road, as you're hitting, you know, potholes, as you're going through stuff, you know, things tighten up. I think I'm gonna redo this one because I shouldn't have that little bit of thread. I should be able to have a lot more thread left, even at its tightest point. So I think I am gonna redo that one. Let me just take this one out. This is nice and tight. This one, yeah, this one I don't gotta redo. I could just do, it has enough thread still to kind of hold it together and stuff. So should be able to just, yeah, that's cool. All right, that one will do. If it moves again, when I do another load check later, I'll just redo it. I'll open it back up, I'll extend it all the way. This is good, and then this is the one I checked. Yeah, I just extend it all the way and redo it. But that one is good for now. But this one I definitely gotta do. This one has like no thread left at all, and it's not tight at all, pretty much. So I gotta redo this one. Type of dumb stuff that be happening from time to time. I'm gonna have to get something to put. Oh, wait, I got this here. Jesus Christ, man, this thing is really wedged in here. Let's get to it. One more pull. Jeez, almost banged my head up there. I don't know how it got under there, and I had it bungeed and everything, but just freak stuff, man. Either way, I had to open up this binder regardless to give it some good thread. So we had to take that apart regardless. But yeah, I wasn't able to get it out. I tried to get it out without having to take the whole thing apart, but it didn't work. So I'm gonna just open up the binder all the way, and then I will retighten it. That way we are all good we're riding legal. I could have tightened it up. I could have tightened it up the way that it was. I could have tightened it up, but it would have had like no thread at all left. Maybe one little piece or two or something. And that is no bueno. You gotta have a lot more thread. You see how I'm getting it super tight right now? A lot tighter than it was. And you see how much thread I still have left on it? That's what you want. That's what you want. So sometimes you gotta just redo it. And it's not a problem. It just takes a few extra minutes. It's all part of your pre-trip, all part of your load check. This is the time you gotta allow yourself in the morning before you start driving to make sure you're fixing everything, you know? That's nice and tight there. Give it like 3 more. Yeah, we good there. That's nice and snug. Let me make sure that I go ahead and tighten this back real good. I don't want that. I do not want that going underneath again, you know, through that little crack there. But yeah, guys, that's it. So now we got the 2 chains that were loose, the back and the one on the floor are all good, and we're good to roll, guys. So let's roll up out of here. We got a full day of driving. Today's Friday, so we got a full day of driving today and a full day of driving tomorrow, Saturday, and we should be able to get as close as possible to delivery. I think we'll be off by maybe an hour. I think Monday we'll drive 1 hour and we'll be at the delivery, but let's see how it goes with traffic. But either way, guys, see you guys down the road. Good morning, YouTube, guys, good morning, guys. We done made it to Cameron, Missouri. We had a Speedco, we had a Love's truck shop and a Speedco, so we drove all day. Yesterday we drove Friday, Saturday. We made it all over here to Cameron, Missouri, and so I already got clocked in, checked in last night when I got here. So let me show you guys. So I got electrical issues with my trailer right now. So I was able to make it over here. So I'm currently on my 34-hour reset. But what do you see here? The lights are working. All of the lights are working fine. Lights are working fine. So here towards the back, I have no lights at all. So I'm having electrical issues. No lights at all. Nothing turns on. You see the light on in the front. No lights on in the back. So the back half of the trailer, has no lights, and I know exactly what it is. I was checking under. So if you guys are able to see underneath it, what is it? You see that cable hanging right there? I don't know if you guys can see it. There's a cable hanging on the floor right there. See that cable hanging? It's right here. The cable lies right here. So I guess that's the cable that supplies electrical to the back of the trailer. That's why the front of the trailer is on, the back of the trailer is off. So something got hung up. With the electrical cable down there. Something damaged it. Something took it out of place. I don't know if it just needs to be put back into place. I don't know if it needs to be completely swapped out or redone, but it needs to be put in a way, once it gets repaired, in a way where nothing will get hung up over it. I do remember yesterday I drove over this hump, and there were a lot of rocks and stuff on it, and it felt like I went over it pretty bad, and I think something hit it, something got caught up on it. That's the problem with the RGNs, with the Lobo, especially when you're loaded this heavy. it sits low to the floor. Obviously, that's the whole purpose of it. But sometimes it does get hung up on stuff, and that wiring, I already explained to the dude that wiring, once he fixes it, that wiring, we need to find a place for it, a way so that it is stuck to the top of the trailer as much as possible. Like, I don't want any kind of free play on it. I don't want the possibility of anything being able to hit it or for it to get hung up on it. And so when they called me this morning, I checked in last night. The dude was like, all right, we might be able to get you tonight, but more than likely it's gonna be tomorrow morning. I was like, yeah, that's fine, dude. I'm doing my 34-hour reset anyway, so just hit me in the morning. So when I wake up this morning, when he calls me to come to the door one, I come, and my damn coolant leak yet again. Coolant leak again. I woke up with another coolant leak. Luckily, I was already checked in the shop, so he's able to take a look at it. He just did the pressure test right now, and yeah, he said he's gonna get it fixed right now. So yeah, I couldn't even get the truck over here, so I had to, like, you know, put water in it, just enough water to get it to the minimum line and get it in the shop, because I didn't have any more antifreeze. I was low on antifreeze yesterday. I had to put some more on it, and I thought that was it because it got fixed last week, but it's not. It's another issue with it, so he said he's looking into it now. He thinks it has to do with the water pump, because it's over here. I don't know, you guys probably can't see it, but it's super. You see all of the residue from the antifreeze. You see the leak. I think he already did the pressure test. He did tell me more than likely it looks like it's the water pump. So we'll see, man. But that's how it is, man. That's how I'm waking up on my 34-hour reset, working on truck and trailer. It was only supposed to be working on a trailer, and there was nothing wrong with the truck up until this morning. This morning, the truck said, nope. Hey, since you're already gonna have the trailer in, let me just go ahead and leak coolant right now, which is a good thing. I mean, I would prefer it to be that way. I wouldn't want to just work on a trailer and then I'm rolling tomorrow and I have a damn coolant leak. So that's that. But I'm gonna go inside now. I'm gonna go get, put my clothes in the laundry, go take a shower, and start my day. All right, guys. We are almost out of here. So, guys, we were not able to get over the hump here to get on to their subfloor so they could work with it from the top. I mean, from the bottom up, because they got caught up on the rails. It's just it was too short. It was too low. It's sitting too low with this much weight on it. So there was just no other way. But he was able to jack it up right here. He was able to jack it on those two. He brought out two jacks, lifted it up a little bit, and he's gonna get underneath there, man. So I don't know if you guys can see the wire that I'm talking about. You see the wire around there? Wire hanging on the floor, scraped up, all done. Somehow that got knocked out of place. It got loose some way, somehow. And with it getting like that, it got completely scraped up, cut. Just the wiring is done, so he has to go over there, set up new wiring for it. But this is the only way to do it. There's the only way I was able to get clearance on it. I've been here working with him the whole time. Well, not working with him, but working here on the side. First, I came nose in, and I got hung up on the front, and then I said, all right, let me try to back in. So I went around, and I tried to back in, and I'm still getting caught up on the lip. It's the lip of the yellow of the bay of the yellow rails on the bay there. So that's what's getting there caught up. But he said, man, let me just try to jack it up on this side and get underneath it. But yeah, dude, I wouldn't want to get underneath that. He's a brave soldier there, but I mean, I appreciate it, because there's nothing else that could be done. It was either this or freaking go deliver, go get empty, and then come back. But he said, let me just try to jack it up. So he's jacking it up. He already got it jacked up. He got to get underneath there now and do his thing. Crazy times, man. Crazy times, but I'm glad he getting it done, though. All right, guys. So we're back parked again. So he, unfortunately, he was not able to fix it, man. He was not able to fix it. He started it, but where is this? All over here. Let's see if I can show you guys. He started it, but he was not able to finish it. He said it was just not, he was not able to jack it up high enough, and he was not able to complete the job. He said he felt very unsafe underneath there, which, I mean, I don't blame him, man. To be underneath 113,000 pounds with two jacks, you know, sitting it like that, I mean, I wouldn't blame him. He said if I could get if I could just get unloaded tomorrow in the morning and come right back, then he could get it done for me without me having to wait or anything else like that. So I must figure out what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna do. But yeah, I mean, I don't blame him, man. I couldn't clear. I wasn't able to get into the actual shop because it was getting hung up. I'm just too low to the floor with this weight, and then he couldn't actually, you know, he was able to get underneath there, but you saw he was tight. He said he didn't have enough space. I saw him though, man. He started it, so you know, I'm not even mad at him. He started it, but he just said he couldn't finish it, man. He tried his best, and I said, yeah, I understand. He said I could either go to a crane company that'll lift it up and have them, you know, just connect everything, or just get empty and then come back, or just get empty and go. Because when I'm empty, I can get into. I've been to plenty of these shops already, and they work from underneath, from that subfloor. But that's when I'm empty or when I'm really light, because the weight is too much weight on the actual trailer and it's bringing it down. I don't have enough clearance. But yeah, guys, we're gonna figure out what we're gonna do. For now, you know, we got the rest of the day off here. We're over here on a 34-hour reset, and we'll figure it out, man. Let's see if I could go get unloaded, and then go from there. I will have to cancel my next load, because after I get unloaded, I had another load I was gonna pick up about 60 miles from there, but that was gonna be another oversized load, and that one was gonna be that one's only 50,000 pounds. It's not 72 like this one, but I can't pick up that load, obviously. So I'm gonna have to cancel that load, unfortunately, due to these technical problems. Get unloaded, come back to the shop, and give them enough actual space to work underneath it and get it done, guys. So for now, let's just enjoy the rest of our day off, and I'll see you guys in the morning. Let's see what time we get unloaded. All right, guys, good afternoon, guys. We done made it. We finally got to our job site. As you guys see, the crane lifting up, pieces of the bigger crane being assembled. We done made it to Amboy, Illinois, guys. So they told me just get here behind this yellow truck. So what we're gonna do now is pretty much just let's start getting our chains done. Start getting everything off so that we could be ready when it's time for us to unload. So obviously I got a couple of trucks ahead of me. So yeah, guys, let's take these chains off and let's get to work, man. So as soon as we get out of here, so remember, I had another load set up to pick up. It was about 60 miles from here, so I had another load to go pick up, but unfortunately, I got in touch with the broker this morning, telling him, I won't be able to make it, and I thought obviously he's gonna take me off of it. But he told me, if I can't make it today, then I could pick up tomorrow. So he said I'm able to pick up tomorrow. So he said just keep him updated, and that's something you guys gotta do, man. Once you guys start, dispatching it, doing self-dispatch, starting to, select your own loads and do everything like that. You gotta, know how to communicate with brokers, know how to communicate with agents, and always be upfront if you can't make something, because they'll work with you. For the most part, there's some loads that have to move immediately. So if something happens to your truck or you can't pick it up, then they gotta, you just let them know ahead of time, and they'll you know, they'll get another truck on it, to get another driver on it. But a lot of the loads, you know, you're able to kind of just speak to them and give them a situation, give them an update, and they'll reschedule it for the next day or whenever you can, you know. In this case, rather than canceling, I thought I was going to cancel. In this case, they actually rescheduled me for tomorrow. So as soon as we're done here with this load, we're going to go back to a speed coat. We've got to look for one nearby, and we'll see how we could get this electrical problem fixed. But now that we'll have this thing up off of us, it'll give us a lot more clearance, and somebody will actually be able to get it fixed today. But let me take these chains off. All right, guys, so we're done. We're done with all of our chains, man. Back to its original state. All of our chains, all of our binders, everything is off. So I just left them on the side. Usually I take them off and I store them right away, but I can't because obviously my storage situation is blocked right here. So nothing we could do about that. Just gotta stand still for now. But yeah, I was able to get everything away. Take all of my stuff off, obviously with the exception of their stuff. They got their 4 chains, 2 on this side, 2 on the other side, holding that up. And that's also their dunnage in, so obviously that dunnage is a piece of crap. But whatever it took just to hold it in. I was gonna take my dunnage out, but he said, no, I got something. So he told me about to unchain and all that in the front. He said, no, I got this and then throw it out on the other side. As you guys can see, it's very windy out here. A lot of wind, and but yeah, guys, just trying to get this thing fixed, man. Need to go ahead and get this fixed, get these lights up and going, man, and finally go from there. Oh, my step deck gang, man, my old step deck days, man. I miss them days. I miss step deck days, man. Step deck days were simple. It was like flatbed, a lot of legal loads, just a little bit taller than regular flatbed loads, but a lot of legal loads. Also, you know, oversized loads as well. But with the RGN, man, it's like everything. It's like almost every load is oversized. Every load requires permitting. Every load requires a lot more. There's a lot more mental work with RGN than with step deck or flatbed. In regards to like 90% of your loads requiring permits, a good amount of that requires escorts, and so on and so forth, and not to mention the complexity of it being so low. But we're gonna go ahead and get this damn electrical thing situation fixed and go from there. All right, guys, there it goes. About to go for liftoff. All right, guys, there she goes. There she goes. Get my glove. So I had to. They told me to get back in the truck because I had to drive forward while it was up in the air, so they could sit it right down. But yeah, there goes the lift off there. As you can see it dangling in the air, man. Look how strong that crane is, man. And that's a baby crane compared to the crane they're about to build. So yeah. So now that we got some clearance. Now that we got some actual clearance, let's take a look. Yeah, you see on the wire, there we go. Look at that bad boy, split in half. Can I see it from here? Yep, look at it right there. Look at that split. So we good, man. Now that we don't have the load on us, we could access it from anywhere. Remove the wood. There goes the problem right there. That was the dude when he tried to, when he attempted to patch it back up, but then he said he couldn't anymore because he felt unsafe. But look, we could just access it from right here. We don't even need a mechanic. We don't need to go to anywhere with a subfloor, sub-level. We could do it just by me removing this. But hey guys, we're gonna put this back together. Let's put all of our chains away, all of that bad stuff out, and let's head to this. Let's head to the Speedco. Normally I will end the video here, as far as like, you know, thank you guys for watching. But at this point, we're gonna keep going because we're gonna head to the Speedco. I'm gonna take you guys with me. We're gonna go get this coolant leak fixed. We're gonna get the water pump replaced, and we're gonna get that electrical fixed, and then we'll finish the video. Because I feel like at this point, that's part of this video. It's part of this this crane track. So let me put these things away, and let's get up out of here. All right, guys, put all of my stuff away. Everything is away, perfect. Let me go get them the paperwork to sign, and let's get up out of here, guys. I think I gotta turn around over here. I could turn around these field tools, not that big a deal. But yeah, let me get them to sign this paperwork, and yeah, just walk over there. You see the red crane there, that's the top. So now they're gonna attach the track to that, and that's how they build the cranes, man. All the trucks you've seen before me, and still all the trucks to come, that's how they build the cranes, man, piece by piece. Took a bunch of trucks just to get everything over here. Let me get this guy to sign this out from here. All right, guys, so we're back in the shop, guys. We are back in the shop. We done drove about an hour and a half to get over here, and right now we're about 30 minutes away from our pickup tomorrow morning, so we're good, man. So this guy said, yeah, he gonna take care of me. He gonna get everything patched up here. So this is the best part, man, being that I'm able to take out my outrigger wood here. That gives him plenty of space. As you see, we're about to get into the dock here with the subfloor. But once I show him I could lift up the wood, he said, oh man, this is perfect. I could patch everything up right here. So hey guys, we're gonna have him set everything up, and he said he's gonna make sure that it's nice and snug to the rails there, to the frame, so that nothing could snag on it and cause this issue to happen again. So we're gonna get that done, and at the same time, Freightliner is open today, and they said they're gonna go ahead and, you know, make sure that it is the water pump. Obviously, you know, they trust their other Speedco technician yesterday, but he said he's gonna obviously do his own test, make sure that it's that, and if it is that, then we'll. Yeah, sorry guys, my battery died, man. So yeah, like I said, Freightliner is open today, so once he confirms everything, and we'll get a water pump, put the water pump in there, and that's it. Those are the two issues I have, man. My coolant leak and this trailer light. So both things should be resolved. I'm actually gonna go ahead and take me a nice shower. Doing a long day, drove, got unloaded, and now working on this. So yeah, guys, whenever it's not one thing, it's the next, man. That's how it is with trucking. Nothing's ever perfect. But let me go ahead and take a shower, and they'll let me know when this is ready. Once it's done, we're hooked up, then we'll be done for the day. Oof, all right, guys, so we are back, man. Fresh out the shower. So as you see, it's nighttime. Still working on it here. So we're getting everything patched up. So we're getting it patched up right now. Once he's done with that, then I gotta move it to the other bay. They already went and got the water pump from the Freightliner. So at this point, we're just gonna wait. Just wait in. I'm gonna go inside, grab something to eat, and we'll go from there, guys. Almost done for the day. Well, I don't even know. Almost. Might be a couple more hours, but either way, we're done for the day as far as work goes. Well, guys, we're getting it replaced. We are getting it replaced. Water pump getting replaced, and lights getting fixed. That's to bring it over to this side. I just came to grab my soda, it's getting cold. But yeah, guys, that's about it. Getting this done. They had already fixed, so all the lights in the back already working. They're just working on the two side markers here. And then that's it, guys. So pretty much we're done for the day. I should be out of here in the next hour or so, but yeah, man, these guys put in work, man. Water pump is being replaced as we speak. Lights pretty much all already done. So that's about it for this video, guys. So I'll catch you guys in the morning. Tomorrow we're picking up another oversized load, heavy haul, and it'll be going from Illinois over to Ohio. So stay tuned for the next video, guys, and see you in the next one.